Both the words if and whether are used to answer indirect questions. For example, supposing there is an indirect question, has any new style of dress come in the market? This is an implied question. Indirect question means an implied question. It is not explicit. It is not stated. It is implied. And it is implied within the statement. Like supposing the statement is, she went shopping to find out if any new style of dress had come. This statement implies that she went shopping to find out, has any new style of dress come in the market? Now here if and whether can be interchanged. She went shopping to find out whether any new style of dress had come. In this context, if is more common. However, if we use in the formal situations, in formal writing, whether is more used, is more common. For example, the committee discussed whether the proposal should be accepted. This is more commonly used. It is more formal than the committee discussed if the proposal should be accepted. Now, if this implied question, this indirect question has a choice, a single choice, has one alternative, then we use the phrase or not. For example, he called her to know whether or not she was at home. We can use the phrase or not immediately after whether, but we cannot use it immediately after if. We can use the phrase or not at the end with if and whether. He called her to know whether or not she was at home. We do not say he called her to know if or not she was at home. Clear? An example at the end would be, he called her to know if she was at home or not. Now, if there is more than one choice, if there are more than one alternatives, then the words or can be used. He asked them whether they had to change their tasks, their methods, or both. He asked them if they had to change their tasks, their methods, or both. When the implied question has more than one alternatives, then generally whether is used. It is more commonly used than if. Before a to infinitive, whether is used. If cannot be used. For example, the decision involved whether to obtain a loan or not. We cannot say the decision involved if to obtain a loan or not. Another example would be, he wondered whether to proceed further or not, and not he wondered if to proceed further or not. This is before a to infinitive. After prepositions, whether is used and not if. For example, they are not interested in whether they get high grades or not. They simply want to pass. This aptly defines your thought processes. They are not interested in whether they get high grades or not. They simply want to pass. We do not say they are not interested in if they get high grades or not. Another example would be, the investigation focused on whether any fingerprints were present, and not the investigation focused on if any fingerprints were present. So, after prepositions, whether is used, if is not used. After words which show a doubt, we can use either whether or if. I doubt if something would happen, or I doubt whether something would happen, or she was not sure whether she would travel abroad. She wasn't sure if she would travel abroad. He did not know whether he had passed the exam. He didn't know if he had passed the exam. Okay? Any questions? So let us start with the exercises. Thank you.